So do you suffer from a ball flight that is too high and loses penetration, especially when it's windy? If the answer to that is yes, then stay tuned, because I'm going to show you maybe some reasons to why that actually happens, but also how you can change that and get this ball flight to be a lot lower and much more penetrating. So just before we jump into the video, again, thanks for tuning in and watching my content. Hope you're enjoying it. If you are, then please consider hitting that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Hit that bell icon so you get notifications of any future videos that land on my channel. You'll be the very first ones to watch it. Also, hook up on my social media. So I've got Twitter and Instagram, and the handles there are both at MN Golf Coach. Okay, so hitting that ball flight that is too high. It's always great to see that nice high towering flight, but sometimes if that gets too high, we lose the forward penetration of the golf ball, we lose distance, and obviously if it's windy, we really do suffer. So what really causes that? Now again, there's a lot of different things that can cause a ball flight to go high, but generally the main one is a lack of weight shift through that downswing. So what I mean by that is when we get to the top of that backswing there, ideally we should be shifting forward, but a lot of golfers don't. They hang back and they try and feel like they can help the ball into the air, but obviously what happens is they deliver more loft at impact. So for instance, if you're hitting a 7-iron at impact, that could be turning into an 8-iron, possibly even a 9-iron on if you're a little bit more exaggerated. So you can that dynamic loft that's getting presented at impact is very different to what you're starting with at setup. So obviously that's a weight transfer issue. So what I would like you guys to sort of do a little bit more there is, as you get to the top of the swing, you want to be focusing on starting the downswing a little bit more of that bump of the hips, but maybe just have a simpler thought of trying to feel what you do at the end of the swing. So how do you finish up at the end of the golf swing? So again, the golfer who hangs back, you would tend to see more of this finish where you can see this sort of arch back, a little bit more pressure staying in that back foot there, that trail foot, and not so much getting onto that front foot, but definitely sort of arch back position and not a lot of rotation around to present the body to target. So maybe just think of something a little bit easier and just think of that finish position, you know. And if we can get that that weight shift as we start the downswing, we can get that shifting across and feel that pressure move across, get into that lead leg a little bit early on that downswing, then we can finish more forward onto that lead leg. So you see your body position now is more straight at the end of that golf swing and not arching back. And as that comes straight, the weight obviously comes off your trail foot, that stays onto its toe. Very little weight. You could even just tap your toe as a bit of a drill in the range. You know, you could get into that position, get to there, drive it forward there, and just sort of tap that. And we know there's not a lot of weight there because majority, 99% of your weight is on that lead leg. So I'm just going to hit a couple of shots here, just give you a little bit of example. So I'm going to hit one which is a little bit more from my back foot, so where I don't get my weight going forward. There you go. So straight away there, my low points suffered. I've hit that fat basically. So I've hit the ground behind the golf ball. So that's another factor that can create when you don't get that weight shifting, is that low point. And I've done a few videos on that, how to change that low point. So you can maybe go and check those out. But this one now, I'm going to try and shift my weight, and literally I'm just going to feel like I finish more forward on my lead leg. Yeah, lovely. Much better strike, straighter shot, more distance, more penetration, and I've got that classic finish at the end of the golf swing. So it's always that nice pose at the end of the swing. You see a lot of the tour guys do it. Now some get right the way around there. I'm not bothered how far you get forward, but in terms of that club gets, but in terms of the weight shift, if you can hit that finish position, that pose, you've got to look good. We've got to remember, you always got to look good on the golf course. If you can hit that pose, then we know we're shifting that weight through, and the ball strike should be different, but more importantly, your dynamic loft will change and deliver a little bit less than what it is statically, which is what it should be, and that will give you a much more lower penetrating ball flight. Something to experiment on the range there. Take to the range and try that, and you should see some sort of different ball flights there, and hopefully some better strike locations with that low point also. Okay, hopefully that's helped you out. If it has, let me know. Some comments down below. Is there something you suffer with, maybe hanging back a little bit? Do you suffer with fat shots in there also, but a very high ball flight? Then this is certainly a drill for you to go and have a little experiment of on the driving range or the practice areas. Okay, thanks very much for watching. I always appreciate watching the videos. Again, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. Loads more content coming your way through club reviews, club testing, club comparisons, and also swing tips for you. So do hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and also follow my social media platforms. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully we'll catch up with you all very soon.